didn't get the whole.
No, the first part got it. The first part, but the first part, the part I just said didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
Now it's happening. Okay.
All right, good.
All right. So Galen.
Yeah.
All right. Again, just to recap, we got a letter from Mark King. He's the CEO of the Florida Basketball Association. He let us know that the decision was made to remove the Marion County Showtime Stallions basketball team, who we love. Chris Williams and the guys that came in here were really outstanding in my mind. I mean, I don't know. How do I judge basketball? I don't know. But they just seem like a good group of guys. Anyway, so they removed them as a member team. And now he wants to know the public opinion, public climate for the idea of having a minor league professional basketball team in Ocala / Marion County. And it's something that we were intrigued by as a community. He also asks, was the team welcomed? I would say that's a definite yes.
Oh, sure.
He asks, was there any feedback from the listeners about the team being on your show? Yes, it was pretty good. The feedback was pretty good. He says he and they are saddened by the Stallions not working out. He says, we get a regular stream of people interested in FBA team ownership. The Stallions seem to have garnered some solid initial support, which absolutely they did. So Commissioner Greg Kite and Mark King are trying to gauge whether they should push a new, better funded group towards Marion County to pick up where the Stallions left off. And if you have an opinion about this, call in right now, because we're going to share this recording with Mark King and Greg Kite.
Yes.
So, but Galen makes some good points. It is about the money. Is that the only thing you can see?
Oh, money is everything. I mean, and if you look at all of sports and any business, you have to have enough working capital to survive. There's no doubt about that.
Can I interject the simple law of business? It's supply and demand, right? If you have a supply but no demand, nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah.
Correct.
So when you have a supply, you can create a demand. I mean, look at what people have done, like with the pet rock.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, somebody knew how to create a demand for a rock.
Did people actually make money off of the pet rock?
Yes.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly.
All right. I didn't know if you bought them in stores. I thought you just went and found a rock and then decorated
No.
it.
They were
really?
in,
No. They were in stores.
In high-end
were packaged.
department stores up north.
Oh, that's
they
silly.
packaged
Okay.
everything.
But it's silly. But think about this. Now, a basketball team basketball team is not silly. A band is not silly. I mean, I can look at it from. I've known bands who were really, really good who had no clue about marketing themselves. And so there was no demand for them because they didn't market themselves. They didn't promote themselves.
Right.
Because lack of money.
Or lack of understanding.
You have to be creative.
Yeah.
And I think this is the key. I think this is what you're getting at, Larry. Money is an important factor, but it's not the only factor. It's actually easier now to publicize yourself and whatever you're selling without money than it ever has been.
Right.
Because Facebook is free and Twitter is free and websites are incredibly cheap compared to what they were, even 5 years ago. So, there's a lot of things you can do from just a grassroots word of mouth advertising.
But no, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say now. But the thing with the basketball team is you have to just do that over and over and over again, and you have to pay people while you're playing. So, I don't know what a semi-professional basketball player makes, but the court rental and all of those other things takes a certain amount of working capital.
Well, let's just look at the Stallions just for a second. I know there's a phone call. Hold on, I just want to get this. I have one statement I want to make. WOCA is a business, and so this has to be said, because WOCA allowed Chris to come in here without paying for a couple of times, and then of course we started saying, well, you basically advertising a business. So we have to ask you to pay for advertising because we can't stay in business if we give it away.
Exactly.
We give our airtime away. But this was one of their marketing vehicles. And I don't know exactly what the relationship was once they were told to pay.
They did pay.
They did pay a couple times. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
But again, you run into a brick wall because you run out of money. How do you market yourself effectively without money? And maybe that's what Mark is talking about in this letter, where they would have a better funded group. So if it's effectively marketed, And of course, there has to be a marketing budget to do that. Then there would be a demand, and then the supply would be there if the team was there, and it might come together. But okay, so let's just say all that is done. Do we have enough people to support it even still?
That's the question, isn't it?
Okay.
Again, you have to. You have to have that business plan all written out. You have to figure out how many people you need in the stands, and that's where the revenue is going to come from. It's from ticket sales.
All right. Your opinions are important. Let me go to the phone. Somebody's been waiting a little while. Good morning. Thank you for waiting. You're on the air now.
Well, hi, this is Sonny calling. One of the big things is, besides having a team and everything else, you got to have some characters around, either a team player or somebody that is just a little on the flamboyant side, but not leaning towards any kind of criminality. But you need somebody out there that, oh yeah, I know who that is. We got to go see that game. My son lives in Texas, and he's been all over several other states. But when he was living in Texas, they used to go to the minor league baseball team games, and they had a big following. And what they said they liked about those games was that you could meet the players, talk to them, and everything, during the breaks or whatever, and also before and after the game. And they really enjoyed that because there was more of a one-on-one with the team, so to speak. And other than that, I don't know what else that anybody can tell you. You see the clicks or it doesn't, but that's the experience I can relate to is with my family, where my son and his wife and the kids all went to these games.
Yeah.
So, that's, how do you bring something like that about, other than, you have a couple of people on there that are, like I said, flamboyant, or, they're you just stop and you look at them. I don't know what else to tell you about that.
All right, Sonny. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nice, I guess, to have something like that here. I thought the baseball was going to take off. I also thought we were going to get a stadium here, too, but, that never happened. Anyway, have a good day.
Thank you, Sonny. And the 2 cents that Sonny brought to the discussion is the showbiz element.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if that's ever planned in advance, but certainly the showbiz element in sports pays off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You have to have somebody who can get out there and sell it. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely no doubt about that.
But when you have a character like Dennis Rodman or something like that, whether you like him or not, that really does, I think, draw attention to the team.
Oh, he moves the needle. Absolutely. Absolutely, you're correct. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. You have to create the caring. People have to care about what happens at that game, and that's not always easy.
And Chris made a good point. He said this is like the stepping stone between college basketball and professional basketball. The guys have to get used to playing this kind of game before they can be truly effective playing professional basketball. It's better for the player.
Yeah.
Well, and I asked I asked the players this question. When he had the players in here, I said to them, if being on the Stallions gets the professionals to pay attention to you and you get drafted away from them, will you be loyal to the Stallions or will you move on to the professional team? They said, we'll move in a heartbeat.
Right, exactly.
So we would be in a position where we would have we might have a good team that could easily be pulled apart simply by the lure of money.
Right.
Well, of course. Well, that's the whole purpose of this, right? Is to get somebody in the NBA.
Yeah.
But if you get somebody to the NBA, then the league as a whole is going to be increased in stature.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point. The point of going to these is you're going to see future people who are in the NBA. That's what works about minor league baseball teams, is you are going to see the Derek Jeter of tomorrow, and you're going to see them at a young age, and that's the draw.
All right. Well, Marky.
But here's the thing. That hasn't been proven effective in any level of minor league basketball. Even the CBA, which is considered, I guess, the AAA of basketball, very few people go from the CBA to being in the NBA. Very.
We have a half minute. Does Gainesville have a minor league basketball team?
No, they have the Florida Gators, and so many would say they get paid more than any of those guys who play for the Stallions.
All right. Well, hopefully Mark and Greg will hear this, and
good luck, guys.
And it'll help them with. I would love to see it. My conclusion: I would love to see it, but there's a lot to think about that I don't understand.
Absolutely.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is we're actually at the Walmart on Bahia Road.
Go donate blood. Thank you, Galen. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pam Puso. Amtrak trains are rolling again between New York and Philadelphia nearly a week after a derailment that killed 8 people and injured more than 200 others.
Not concerned at all. I feel that they're going to be taking every precaution.
A speed control system is now in effect where the derailment occurred. What started as a fist